How you been? Cher. Cher.
Like the singer.
Sorry, my English is too broke.
So I'll be 73 next month.
It doesn't look like.
Thank you. You're my new best friend. Cover-ups to me are it's like a puzzle.
Well, then you start a family tradition, probably like a four more generations. They're gonna be still tattooing.
Yeah.
How you think you are the person who start everything?
Everything was fine. It was probably maybe $800. She tipped me. Everything was fine. And then I got an email from her friend. Los Rayados Tattoo Podcast. Podcast loudly, make you laugh. Their stories and sit back in this world we're going.
Hello, my friends from Los Rayados. I'm here, Milo. Today I'm with
Sailor Cher.
Sailor Cherry.
Sailor Cher.
How you been?
Cher.
Cher.
Like the singer.
Sorry, my English is too broke.
That's all right. just don't call me Sherry, because then I'll have to kill you. No, don't call me Sherry.
Are you gonna kill me?
I'll have to kill you.
Oh my God. How you been today?
I've been great today. Kind of slow. My business starts tomorrow.
Do you have many appointments?
Yeah, I'm booked tomorrow and Sunday. So
what kind of projects are you working on?
What kind of projects? Well, tomorrow I've got 3 members of the same family coming in, and I've been working on all of them for a long time. But I think what I'm doing on the wife, I'm continuing flowers that I did on her. On the daughter, I'm filling in space on other work I've done. And then the father, I do a lot of work on him. I get big, huge chest piece. I did a dragon a couple years ago. And then I did a phoenix. But I've only done one sitting on the phoenix, so we'll probably work on that.
Oh my God, you are almost a member of the family already.
Yeah. I do a lot of families. I do the father, the mother, the kids, sometimes grandkids. Yeah.
So tattoo is a family business, literally.
Our shop is a family business. It's a all-female shop, 3 generations. I work there, or I own it, and then one of my 5 daughters is the piercer, and then one of my 13 grandchildren is my front desk girl. So,
you told me before, you start lady, in your life in the tattoo industry?
Yeah.
How long have you been tattooing?
I've been in the industry for 21 years, but I started at 52. So I'll be 73 next month.
It doesn't look like.
Thank you. You're my new best friend.
Yeah, I like it. And what kind of styles do you like to tattoo normally in daily basis?
Well, I can do all different styles. I can do realism. I can do traditional. I do lettering, stuff like that. But what I prefer to do is I'm more of an illustrative. I like to do art deco, art nouveau. I love doing flowers. Flowers are my big thing. I don't know. I just enjoy doing flowers. Because you can't make a mistake with flowers, you can.
I can tell you about it. I did this flower in Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be the Turkey national flower.
Oh, yeah?
It's a tulip. But I don't know, the guy who did it, feels has some Parkinson, because look at the line, it's so shaky.
Yeah.
And he told me it's 30 years in the industry.
How old is that?
It was from December.
This December?
This December.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we can tighten that up for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I do I like doing cover-ups too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cover-ups to me are it's like a puzzle.
Right.
Like a puzzle to do a cover-up, because it's not necessarily totally about covering something up. It has a lot to do with distraction. So here's what you want covered up. And so I'll cover that up with the leaves and foliage, and then a big, beautiful flower over here. So people are looking at the flower. They're not noticing that, oh, what's behind those leaves that, we're not seeing. So
that's very good. 3 things a tattoo artist needs to consider before to do a cover up.
3 things they need to consider?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What you have to look at what they want to cover up, because is it really light? Is it older and the color is dispersed and it's easier to cover up, or is it really, really black? I mean, there's a lot of things you have to look at with cover-ups. Sometimes I talk people into if the tattoo they want to cover up isn't really that bad, they just want to add to it. Lots of times I'll try to just incorporate something else with that tattoo, and then they don't have to necessarily cover it up.
That's interesting. Like, for example, in this flower over here, what is the first thing that you will do?
I'd reline it.
Really?
Yeah, I'd reline it, get all these lines, or they just drop down a little bit. And I don't know what the national flower of Turkey looks like, so it's hard for me to say, but I'd probably pump it up a little bit, make a little, more oomph to it. But I always say there's 4 parts to a tattoo, not just a cover up, but a tattoo. Number 1 is the art, the actual image, the design that you're going to do. The second is your technique. How well do you apply that tattoo? You don't want to be too hard. You don't want to scab them up. You don't want to, The third one is how well it heals. And the fourth thing is what's it going to look like in 5 years? And those are the 4 things I think about when I do tattoos. Because a lot of people, and this is just me being a jerk maybe, I see a lot of these tattoos that people do, and they're really beautiful now. They're really beautiful when they're fresh. But show it to me in 5 years, show it to me in 10 years, and you're going to be able to tell what it is. So lots of times you don't ever want to say to somebody, what is it?
It's like this new micro-realism that the people are doing. They're doing like a realism in like this pretty tiny space. Yeah. And I'm saying okay, it looks cool right now. It looks cool maybe in 6 months. Let's see in 3 years, it's just going to be like a drops of ink,
tattoo pigment naturally migrates. It's just the way it is. Okay, especially black. So when it comes to really tiny tattoos, or if we do lettering that's probably smaller than what I would like to do, what I always do is I go in there either with flesh color or with white, depending on what they want to do. And I don't totally outline the letters, but I put what would be normally a highlight or something. Yeah. Because what happens is when black pigment, it's going to move, especially if there's nothing there to stop it, like regular skin. But if you just put a tiny little flesh-colored line, that black pigment's going to stop, and it's not going to bleed into it. So that's what keeps things open. That's what keeps things from separating.
The line, so important.
Just tiny little, little thing.
If anything's tiny, a line is so important.
Yep.
Oh my God. How started tattoo in your family?
You started tattoos in my...
Yeah. You said, your 3 generations already.
Well, I started it.
Oh, you started it?
Yeah, I started. Nobody in my family's tattooed except me.
So you say, family, from now on, all of you are going to dedicate to tattoos.
Yeah. Now my family, all my daughters and my husband and my grandkids, they're all tattooed. But nobody before me was ever tattooed. So.
Then you start a family tradition, probably 4 more generations. They're gonna be still tattooing.
Yeah.
How you think you are the person who start everything?
Yeah, maybe, I guess. Yeah. I had a picture taken on Mother's Day where I'm in the back and I'm like this, and I've got all 5 daughters and I got all their kids and all the husbands and boyfriends and stuff like that. And I posted, I said, this is what I started.
My people.
And my people. My people.
Oh my God. Yeah. What you don't like the customer does when they are getting a tattoo with you? What do you don't like the customer do?
What I don't like customers to do?
Yeah.
Well, I don't like them to whine and wiggle and make me stop and say, stop, shit like that. I'll work with them, and I understand that it hurts and all, but people that, you want to smack them and say, this is a fucking tattoo, man. Get over it, The other thing I don't like is when they, I don't know what, micromanage, they're, look, what is that? What are you doing? It's a certain point where you're going to have to trust me as your tattoo artist. I show you my image, we put it on you, you okay where we're putting it and everything. But then don't worry about what I'm doing. Just let me do it.
Yeah, let me work.
Do it, yeah.
You came to me, I didn't came to you.
Yep. That's the big thing. So, on the other hand, when people go, oh, just do what you want, I'll be like, no, you gotta give me a little guidance here. You're like, what are you looking for? Don't tell me just do what you want. That's almost as bad. So
because they're gonna carry for the rest of their life, and like at the end they're gonna say, "Oh, I didn't like it. You didn't let me know," and things like that. They're gonna bitch about it.
That's why I tell them. I'll say, you tell me what you want. You got to have this for the rest of your life. I want to give you something that you're going to be proud of, that you want to show. What I like may not be what you like, that type of thing. So people are odd.
Yeah, like there is something weird that ever happened to you, like in your shop or while you went tattooing, like a weird history that happened to you that you were not expecting.
Yeah, this woman came in, this woman. She wanted a cat on each side, and she had a very specific style she wanted. It was like watercolor, kind of high contrast, stuff like that. So I did the 2 drawings. She okayed them. Did the stencils. I put them on her. She okayed it. I did the 1 tattoo, and it wasn't necessarily my style, but I mean, I can do it. Like I said, it was watercolors, high contrast, and I copied what she wanted. I showed her the first one. She liked it. We did the second one. Everything was fine. It was probably maybe $800. She tipped me. Everything was fine. And then I got an email from her friend who said that the friend that I tattooed hated the tattoos. She's going to have them covered up. She does blah, 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 and first off, I don't discuss tattoos with people's friends.
Yeah.
So I told her that if her friend had an issue with the tattoo, to get a hold of me, and she never did. But the thing is, at what point did she not like what I was doing? She okayed the drawing. She okayed the placement. She okayed the line work. She okayed that one. Let me do the other side. I just thought that was weird. And it's not going to offend me if she said, okay, I don't like this, or I want this a little different. I mean, I'm here to serve my client, and to let somebody do 2 large tattoos on them and not like them, isn't that weird?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, sometimes I hate people.
Somebody, not even her friend. Like what?
Yeah,
like
and that way, and I waited, and she never got a hold of me, and now it's enough time's gone by that I don't give a shit. But yeah, some people are different. It's just like, it's on you forever. If it's not what you want, let me know. It's not going to offend me. And I tell people that. If it's not what you like, let me know. We'll make changes and all, before we actually do the tattoo. So I don't know.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was weird.
Oh my God. Like it's very interesting. Where are you located? How the people can find you? And how is the best way they contact you to get a tattoo with you?
Okay. Our website is sailorcher.com. Our email is sailorcherstattoo@gmail.com. We're located in St. Augustine, Florida. So St. Augustine, yeah, we're on the East Coast. And he said it's an all-girl studio. We've been there. We're in our 13th year now. And Best of St. Augustine 3 years in a row. Come see us. I'll fix that one.
Girls power, hell yeah. Anyways, I have to go like pretty much once a month, twice a month over to Camp Blanding. Like 45 minutes to San Agustin. Sometimes I go over there, and over there, it's just pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Sailor. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. Oh my God.
Thank you.
That was pretty funny, no?
That was cool. Thank you.
Wow.